Hello everyone, and welcome back to Krastorio 2. This is Otaku Showboat. If you have been enjoying this series thus far, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. And you can, of course, support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. Last time we met, I did a lot of work upgrading our petrochemical processing into the advanced oil processing recipe. This is taking in oil and water, crude oil and water, and making petroleum gas, light oil, and heavy oil. I am taking the heavy oil and making lubricant out of it, preferentially. And then once I have fully backed up on lubricant, excess heavy oil is cracked into light oil. If I provided it with water, that would be good if it had access to water. The excess heavy oil will crack into additional light oil. The combined total of light oil is going to get used for other things related to fuel. Light oil, in and of itself, can be used to make some solid fuel. It is the best solid fuel recipe, as well as fuel for vehicles and rocket fuel. Glorious and beautiful rocket fuel. And, of course, it can also be cracked down. Interesting. Huh. That's a new one. In Krastorio. It can also be cracked down into additional petroleum gas. So all of my excess from this tank is being shoved out and processed into additional petroleum gas. And to make sure that this entire system continues working flawlessly, once this great big tank fills up, meaning all of this is also full of the petroleum gas, as in I need less petroleum gas than I need the other stuff. If that is the case, the excess petroleum gas is being voided in fluid burners just so that we can continue with our oil refining down in here in these 30 oil refineries. I'm going to need a lot more oil processing as we go along through the remainder of the game. I am going to use modules wherever I possibly can to help speed this up and be able to get more output of all of the glorious things. But for now, we have lubricant and light oil to shove on to trains. We need trains for things. I'm going to go ahead and let this be full wagons and not limit it. Well, that might be a mistake, but we shall adjust over time. Upgrading to advanced oil processing like this has also drastically improved my petroleum gas output, so I am no longer worried whatsoever about anything, really. I could use some more solid fuel, so I will go pick some up really quickly. And oh my gosh, there's so much oil that we could tap into. We're not limited by our oil supply in this particular playthrough. Not in the slightest, because as it turns out, in Krastorio, pump jacks have an internal fluid box size that allows for 1,000 units per cycle. 1,000 units per cycle. That is just obscene. I'm also going to move the mic a little bit closer. Creak, 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 creak. just so that it's more comfortable for me in a more familiar location next to me. And let us get the coal into each of those. This is a light, S to D, full cargo, and circuit condition. You can do your thing, and you are lube, S to D, full cargo, and circuit condition, and you can do your thing. Don't know, do I have enough? I do just have enough stuff to fill another set. I will do that. There we go. I will do that and let you go. Get rid of the fuel stop. It'll add it, tack it onto the list. Go, my beautiful buddy. Once it arrives at the station, it should tack on that fuel request again. There it goes. And that is a full train station, or full depot, set up with my 3 petroleum gas, 2 light oil, and 2 lubricant. I have not decided what we are actually going to get working on today, just because there is so very much to do now that I have chemical science going. This was just the very first thing on the list to prepare things for the future and for wonderful, beautiful things going forward. So I have mentioned how this enriched ores is not, in my mind, only valuable once I can really throw productivity and beacons at it. So we're not going to worry about forcing our way into there right now. Unlocks the processing of mineral water into lithium chloride and subsequently into lithium. Yeah. Note that this is a chlorine neutral system, I believe, so you just have to throw hydrogen at this. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Lithium sulfur batteries, what am I even using that for right now? I don't know. Better bot batteries, I guess, is the tech to get into. I can get additional inventory spaces, can I not? Yes, I can, if I so desired. I could also make robots inherently faster and pick up the level 2 modules. So, or the ability to do the level 2 modules. Let's queue those up. Queue up the personal battery Mark II, I suppose, because I can actually make those right now. We'll pick up that quality of life thing, the inventory size as well. I can get up to 20 more inventory spaces at this level of science, or so this is pretty good overall. We've still got lots of techs to work on. I'm not worried about running out of tech anytime soon. So what are the things that we need to work on next? We need blue circuits. So that's a thing. Our it's not a circuit, it's a, well, we can look at what it's used for and scroll to processing units. These guys. Processing units need rare metals as well as sulfuric and advanced circuits. So that is the agenda. That is what I will do today. We are going into rare earth mining and refining. This is going to involve electrolyzers, please. Electrolysis plants, yay! Wait, yay? Yay, yes. Yes, yay. So the electrolyzer has this recipe to get chlorine. I am thinking that, yep, only through this on the chlorine needs sand and sand from stone in crushers. Beautiful crushers, glorious crushers. I am carrying around 40 crushers, so we're going to be fine on those. Now, I think I never did add a redundant setup on mining drills in here. So let's go and grab from this little warehouse my mining drills that I have placed in here well ahead of time. Just my excess stuff that I've stored in here from time to time. Do I want anything else that's in here? No, but I think I'm good. Maybe grab those fluid wagons, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, so we have the option of loading onto trains now some chlorine as well as hydrogen to use for whatever we want to use it for. The thing about the chlorine, though, is what's it really used for? Well, it makes hydrogen chloride. Like, hey, chlorine 20, 30, 50, 50. Yeah, not perfect. Hydrogen chloride is used in that lithium chloride gives back the same amount of chlorine. Could use it for rocket fuel. There's better methods to get into rocket fuel. I, I don't need to do this. Not in this particular playthrough. And then we have the enriched rare metals. Do I really want to do the enrichment on the rare metals? Well, as it turns out, I wanted to have a look at the ratio on here. 2 to 1 versus the 1 to 1 on here. So 9 to 6, 1 to 1. So 9 to 6 to 6. 9 rare metals, making 6 rare metal, like plates, versus 9 making 4.5. So it's actually a difference between 4.5 and 6. I said 4.5 and 5, I think, last time. With this one, it's actually between, yeah, it's 4.5 instead of 6. So it is a gain of 1.5, not 5, not 0.5. I was mistaken last time. I'm sure I got comments saying my math was wrong in my mind. Yes, it was wrong. I'm looking at it now and doing the proper math in my head this time after taking a break and giving it another thought. So yes, 9 to 6 to 6 versus 9 to 4.5. That's how I really should look at it in the end. And yeah, it's decent gain, but I'm still not going to do it. I'm still not going to do it overall. Oh yeah, and aren't we gonna get like access into, oh boy, uranium soon? Soon comes the uranium stuff. Where is this stuff? What tech? Uranium processing. There it is. Right there. But Kovarex is after production, right? I would rather wait for the nuclear fuel reprocessing as well as the other thing. There are nuclear trains. There are nuclear locomotives. That is a logistical conundrum too. That really changes how you have to handle your fuel stops, right? Consumes nuclear fuel, which means that you have to then deal with the depleted stuffs as well when they're taken to a train station, right? So you have to have a offload of depleted on occasion, and then at that same fuel stop, and all of the logistics involved with dealing with those depleted fuel cells. That's a thing. Also, yeah, there's Kovarex right there at production tech cards. We are not working towards production tech cards. We are working towards utility tech cards. So this is a pretty big patch. I have no idea how many of my mining drills I'm going to be able to fit on this patch. Here, let's just grab a whole bunch. Let's just grab a few. Just a few. And like rotate and just go blah. Just go blah. No, undo that. Go one over and then go blah. And then go blah. And like, I need to fill the rest of this. Let's do the thing is, I don't know if this would do it. Copying all of that and doing the rotation and having that would absolutely cover the entire thing at specific rotations. So you know what? Just go like that. Yes, tech. Hello, inventory. That I guess into biofuel. That. I've really stopped caring now. Cargo size, whatever. So that is the downward direction. It works. It works. It works. Oh yes, and while I'm here, I'm realizing that, oh hey, I would like robots to construct all this for me. So even though I have said that this is going to be what we do today, unless I need them for robots, construction, robotics, this is flying robot frames. I need flying robot frames, and that is electric engine units and batteries. So let me make some electric engine units and batteries. That's going to use my lubricant. Electric engine units require engine units as well as lubricant and electronic circuits, and it's 1-to-1 on the engine units. So this is an interesting prospect. Yeah, just to go back to here and see what these end up used for. Advanced tech cards. So I see that they are used for a tech, which means it's probably a good idea to have these being built on my network. Similarly with the batteries, we're going to start with this and then build batteries too, and that'll be what we do over the course of the day today, because as you can see with this mine situation, we can take the rest of the day today to build that, just the mining, and potentially a little bit on the stone, or we could actually start working on getting into the robots, and I want robots. I want my robots. I want them, and I want them now. I will go ahead and start with placing that, and depends on how much stuff I need. I need to pay very close attention to spacing and all of that. Those are going to live there, and that's going to live there, and that's going to live there, and that's our train stations. So we get to watch now as I build 2 glorious train stations, and I will first need to go back and reorient myself, get rails, restock on things, get rid of some things as well. that I shouldn't be carrying around. And we'll be good to go soon. I also wanted to do the fuel production too, so yeah, so much stuff. Fuel production for car. Fuel production for car first. I'm here, so I'll grab rail. Put back drills for now and that sort of stuff. Go over to my light oil. Do I need you? Signals. Signals? Am I okay? Sort of okay. How about on those things? I think I'm okay on those as well. So the electric engine unit, because I don't think engine units by themselves are needed for science. Only via the electric engine units. So this build is going to be electric engine units being direct fed from a building making engine units. Now, the lightest of the light oil built right in here. I need a fuel refinery, maybe a couple of fuel refineries, giving me some fuel from light oil, the lightest of light oil. And yeah, that's 4 per second. Wow. Interesting. I like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shove these into chests just because this is not my permanent build for this. I'm going to grab a whole bunch of fuel. I'm going to go grab my vehicle that I should have in that same warehouse as before. This is 15 megajoules per unit fuel. So that's really nice. That's really nice. Speaking of which, light oil has a fuel value. There is no fuel value on light oil. What about petroleum? Petroleum has a fuel value of 900 kilojoules. And what about heavy? Not a fuel value. And lube, not a fuel value. Okay, good to know. 900 kilojoules on petroleum gas. That is the important one to know when doing burning for power. That is the key. So, car, you are in a chest somewhere around here. One of my several chests that I have about the place. There you are. Step 1. Vehicle. The vehicle has arrived. I can now grab a whole bunch of stuff and keep it stored in the vehicle. That makes me very, very happy. You do not quite comprehend just how lovely being able to shove stuff into the car is. How nice that feels, just being able to put stuff in there. Not gonna overload, though. I will need, a few belt. Just a few units of belt that I can grab when I need more stuff. A few of those, a few of those, a few of those. Just a few things. Just a few things. There we go. I think that's good enough. Let's go! This is why I have this sidewalk. I have this sidewalk specifically for car. For car to exist and to travel down. Let us go and build these things. So I have one of these for the electric engine units. I have one of these for the other doohickey. Oh, this is so much nicer. So much. Oops. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. Destroy all rails. Hey, we've got the we've actually got the ghosts now, which is cool. So the last thing I need is to be in the car and get hit by a train. That would be sad. Really sad. Also, I got even more inventory slots now, which is fantastic. So, remind me not to park my car on a train track, because that would be bad. That would not be very nice. I still haven't gone over and fixed the middle rails, by the way, on the science setup. I do know about it. It'll get fixed eventually. But we are a good ways away from that being even remotely relevant. Alright, grab that. In case you were wondering, the process of building this by hand, that is how it is done by hand. Excuse me. Reach. Gotta reach. Gotta reach. Up, bro. So many techs. Now, these little diagonals serve to actually disable specific signals. That's why they exist. It specifically allows them to be disabled so that you can have intersections right next to each other. Basically, as far as I'm aware, that's what that's for. So that it prefers a chain signal over a regular rail signal. But yeah, I don't care. I haven't been building them this whole time because, well, I don't like going through that effort, especially when manually building these things. Like we're not even done with the rail itself yet, let alone all of the signals and whatever additional things I need up top. So because of how long it takes to build these things, I can pretty much say and guarantee that this video is not going to cover everything going into the robots. Definitely not going to get into the rare earth stuff, the rare metals. But we'll get as much as we can done within these next maybe 5-10 minutes. And see what happens. I do know that I need to get... Oh. I do need to get iron, and I need to get other stuffs. What do I need? Again, is it steel on the engine units? It is just iron. Iron in many forms. So iron as these, and iron as these, pipes and gear wheels, and then actual iron plate. And that makes us the engine units. So, iron, and everything else. This will pick up uranium processing, another level of speed on the labs, as well as Oh, boy, there's a Mark II mining drill. After I get rare metals. That's cool. Mining speed 1? No, mining speed 0.75. Dang, only 50% faster, not twice the speed. It is the Mark III that is twice the speed with Immersite stuff. Yeah, I'm not so much a fan of that. Being only double the basic electric mining drill, that should be so much faster. So much faster than that, but I'm going to have an assumption here and say that these have more module slots and can therefore be vastly improved by modules despite not being quite what I would expect on the base speed there. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that they have more module slots than a basic thingy. So let's work under that assumption. Reach is good. I like having some reach. I like having some mining speed to pick up buildings and stuff. So that is good. Now the electric mining drill, not mining drills, the electric engine units. I'm actually going to do this in Hell mod, not through what is it really used for. The electric engine units are listed here. I need circuits and I need engine units, which is just iron. And I need lube, so I do need one more. We'll go ahead and say like 5 per second. And oh god, wow. Hi. Speed. 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 Yeah, speed. 1. Speed. Speed. Am I carrying that many? Nope. We'll stick with 1 there. Yeah, speed. 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 Slow. So slow. So very slow. So slow. Yeah, so that gives me the spacing. The spacing, by the way, yeah, I know it's not as compact as it could be, but this is... oops. I could have it another couple tiles, another couple of train segments closer, rail segments, I think, and still be okay. Realistically speaking, I don't think I really need the train signal. I think that's actually on the other side that I don't necessarily need it, but whatever. Speaking of, why are you... Ah, because this side doesn't have its signals yet. Feels like I haven't made any progress today, but... I mean, realistically speaking, I have a car now with fuel in it. That's what we've done today. That's the claim to fame for the day today. I now have vehicle that can move and function. I should bring the vehicle closer to me and finish these signals before ending off our video here. Unfortunately, that means I haven't built this thing today. No, I have not, but you know what? We'll do it next time. We shall do it next time. I will at least get through the requesting and naming of all the stations so that we are good to go going into the next stream. This actually, I don't need this. I need this. So you are our lubricant at electric engine units 1. You are our green circuits at electric engine units 1, not 12, 1. 1. And you are our iron at electric engine units 1, and you are supplying electric engine units 1, and these are my depot for electric engine units 1. My depots. My depots! Depots! My depots for those electric engine units. Just pop down the things. Plop down those things there. That, and that, because I will build on this side. And power you there. Lubrication. As well as the greenest of green electric circuits, electronic circuits, and iron. Glorious and beautiful iron. The green circuits needs more. Needs more train. Need more train. Train on way. Okay, good. With that, folks, I'm going to end things off here. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below. You can, of course, follow me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. I will see you all on the next one to do the electric engine units and and batteries to get into robots so that they can automatically place for me these to mine metals. I will see you all then.